Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that this week, there will be an emergency surgery going on, with Bridget on the front lines to save the life of a critically ill patient. As the doctors race against time, fans are left wondering, who is the patient? Could it be either Lee or Luna, who are currently in a dangerous confrontation? The show is shaping up to be a tense battle between Lee and Luna that viewers have been waiting for. The two have long disliked each other, but now things have escalated to the point of no return. In the latest episode, a dark scene unfolds as Lee chases Luna and corners her. The two are standing face to face in a dangerous area, and it looks like one of them will soon be decided. Fans have been watching with bated breath, waiting to see who will be the victim in this battle. The tension reaches its peak when Luna, who is backed into a wall, takes out a knife and threatens Lee. The situation becomes even more suffocating when Luna declares that she will kill Lee if Lee takes another step, while everything seems to be hanging in the balance when Bill appears. He sees the dangerous situation right in front of them and tries to intervene, hoping to save both of them from a dire situation. Bill, with his alertness and experience, tries to convince Luna to give up her weapon and surrender. He knows that a person who is cornered, like Luna, can do anything in desperation. Everyone is tensely watching to see if Bill can turn the situation around. However, Luna is not someone who listens easily. She ignores Bill's advice, her eyes still fixed on Lee, filled with hatred and fear. The tension escalates as time is not on their side. The demolition team begins their work, not knowing that they are in a fight for survival. The sound of machinery rang out, creating a suffocating and oppressive atmosphere. At this moment, Lee realized that the situation was getting more and more dangerous, urging Bill to quickly leave the area. She knew that not only her life, but also Bill and Luna's were in danger, but perhaps it was too late. The shadow of uncertainty and danger was looming over everything. Could Luna control her anger before it was too late? Could Bill save the situation, or will this fight end in tragedy? Could the patient lying on the operating table be one of these two women? Given the tense nature of the situation, fans had reason to worry that one of them might be seriously injured or even lose their life. Bridget and the doctors were racing against time, but could they save the patient in time? Everything was at the peak of chaos, and the final outcome was still a dramatic mystery. Lee fled the scene just before the building collapsed, leaving Bill to face Luna. The situation became extremely dangerous when Luna, cornered, decided to risk her life to attack Bill. She fatally stabbed Bill to create an opportunity to escape this dangerous confrontation. Bill, in an attempt to deal with Luna and prevent the situation from getting worse, was unable to react in time to the unexpected stab. The wound was too severe for him to escape as the building began to collapse around them. The tension and danger increased when Lee, who had left the scene, returned to pull Bill out of the rubble. However, Lee not only had to deal with the chaos, but also quickly deal with Bill's serious wound. An iron bar fell from above and pierced Bill's abdomen, making his condition more critical than ever. In the last moments, Lee realized that Bill's life was hanging in the balance. If she didn't act immediately to stop the bleeding and keep Bill alive before he got to the hospital, any efforts to save him could have been for naught. Every detail of this situation puts the viewer in a state of suspense. Lee, with her medical experience, is faced with a life-or-death decision when she only has a short time to try to stop the bleeding and keep Bill conscious. However, in a chaotic scene, time is not on their side. The building is collapsing, the rescue team has not arrived yet, and Bill is getting weaker. Luna, although having escaped, is still a threat in this situation. She acted in a panic, and her act of stabbing Bill shows that she is willing to do anything to protect herself. This creates a clear contrast between Luna, who is willing to risk everything to survive, and Lee, who is willing to risk everything to save people despite knowing the extremely difficult situation. In these tense moments, the big question is whether Bill can overcome the crisis or not. Luna's stab caused Bill to lose a lot of blood, and the iron bar through his abdomen put him in even more danger. Lee, with all her knowledge and skills, is trying her best to keep Bill alive. But is that enough? Not only that, the consequences after this event also become an indispensable part of the story. If Bill survives, how will he react to Luna's actions? What consequences will Luna, who chose violence to protect herself, face? And what will happen to Lee, who bravely faced danger to save Bill, when she is caught up in a series of complex and risky events? This episode promises to bring emotional and tense moments, when everything seems to depend on each decisive moment. Viewers will have to wait to see whether Bill can overcome the crisis or not, and what will Luna's future be like after her daring actions. These dramatic details will definitely keep the audience glued to the screen as the struggles between life and death, sin and redemption, are brought to a climax.